complicated, people make it complicated, so I didn't make it complicated myself.
You obviously saw that you could beat whoever they put up against you. Did you kind of recognize that they sort of had a sense of helplessness that they couldn't continue?
Well, for me, I know this. Hats off to South Carolina, man. That just shows how much depth they have. You know, it's just like a lot of teams doesn't have that luxury to have guys that can roll in that offensive tackle and things of that nature. So kudos to South Carolina having guys ready for whoever goes down. So kudos to them. But you know, I'm just doing my job. You know what I'm saying? You put an offensive tackle in front of me, it's my job to beat them. So
Kaimon, you guys have heard all offseason about how awful the defense was last year, right? I mean, statistically, and how much do you guys take that to heart? How much motivation is that? And what do you feel like today? Do you kind of feel like maybe you answered some of those folks?
Oh yeah, man, we definitely took it to heart. It gave us a chip on our shoulder. It made us more eager to show people. It's like, listen, I know what y'all was saying ABCD about our defense, man, but we're here to show y'all like we're not as bad as what y'all think we are. And so it's just like we took the ownership of getting more sacks, getting more TFLs, getting more havoc, and you know, I feel like we showed it here tonight.
What's the difference? What was the difference? Is it personnel? Is it scheme? Or was it just want to?
Confidence. I feel like for us it was just confidence, man. We got some guys that's played ball for a long period of time. We got some guys that stepped up that made their first ever collegiate start here tonight. And I feel like for guys that played for a lot of snaps and guys that took their very first snap, I feel like it's a whole bunch of confidence. And so I feel like we had a lot of that tonight. And obviously it gave us I think about 9 sacks as a defense. Ain't much to say about that one.
Kaimon, what did it mean to you to pick up guys like British and Tez who are dealing with a lot of emotions tonight with this win?
This win was for them, man. I know for British, that's my dog, man. I mean, he's been working his tail off to get to this point, man, just to be able to put up the yards that he did, just to produce the way he did, just to get back on the field again. So I couldn't be any more proud of my man British, and you know, with Tez in this whole situation, man, I just want him to play. That's all I want him to do, man. I want NCAA to clear him and let him be able to play because we want him, man. And that's for anybody. If that was happening to anybody on the team, I know for Tez, man, it's just we want him to play, man. That's my dog, and I want him to see. I want him to experience this win with us in the past.
The new guys on the defense.
This already, but I mean, just after the offseason that you had and all the talk that's surrounding this defense, how good did it feel to go out there and put up numbers that you did in South Carolina to win the game?
It felt great. You know, this was a great opportunity to kick off the season, man. I mean, like, we still got a lot of work to do. We're not perfect. We're not excellent. We still got some things to clean up on, but, you know, it's just like for tonight, just to seal it off with a win, 9 sacks, a lot of TFLs. So it's just something to work off of. We set the foundation. Now we can only go up from here.
Teams say all the time that this first week is where they learn the most about themselves. What did you learn about UNC tonight?
We got to stop defense. That's what I learned. And through confidence and with execution, man, we can accomplish a lot.
The smile on your face when you say stout defense, I mean, you guys have been through a lot. What does it mean to kind of just, again, have this night to show people you guys, you're not the team you were last year?
Just like confidence. Like I said, confidence and execution, man. Just understanding, it's like as long as we carry those things day in and day out, going into practice, going against our offense, man, they've constantly made us better in the offseason. So hats off to them. They don't get enough credit. But just like I said, it's confidence and execution. As long as we carry those things along every single week, every single game, every single day, we can accomplish a lot as a whole.
You mentioned confidence a couple minutes ago now, knowing that you guys could do this. We talked to you a few weeks ago after practice. You were very assured. You told us you'll see a different defense. At what point did you believe you go from a point of thinking it might be different to knowing it would be different?
Just seeing the physicality that we showed on the defensive side. You know, it's just like we didn't have a lot of physicality in the beginning last year, and so it's just like that was like a lot of our focal points. Like we need to be physical, we need to show a lot of effort. We had a lot of effort, but it's just like there were times where we weren't consistent enough. And then like over time, especially in the fall, you started seeing us being physical constantly, execution constantly, having communication constantly. So just having that constant action every single day at practice, every single week, every single meeting, everything that you saw, it was just constant. And so with that, that's when I truly knew that we got a special defense and it was going to be a lot different.
The new guys on defense, Amari, Bo, Tayon, Elijah, what can you say about them in their first games as Tar Heels?
Hey man, proud of it. You know what I'm saying? I know for Amari and Elijah, coming out of the transfer program to come here, man, great addition. Love to have them. They're my brothers. They're my brothers for life now. With guys like Tayon and Bo that had their first Tayon, this was his first collegiate start. Bo, he got his first 2 sacks on in the college level. I couldn't be any more proud of him. Like I said, we still got a lot of work to do. I'm proud of them boys, man, and so, it's only up for them.
Kaimon, when you were watching the film on South Carolina and looking at the offensive line, were there any kind of spots you felt like you guys could kind of exploit, any parts that they may have been a little bit weaker at than others?
Just looking at the difference between their run and pass sets. I know for me, looking at the offensive tackle set, I can tell when they're really finna come off the ball, when they're finna run block, outside zone, inside zone, counters, anything like that. And then I could obviously tell when they were about to go in the pass. They didn't hide it. You could tell when they wanted to pass it, and so they shown everything that we learned in the film room. So being able to exploit that and being able to expose that, the weaknesses and the focal points of their offense, man, it was a very satisfying feeling.
Kaimon, Mac talked about that game in 2021 being one of the worst he's ever been a part of, man. What do you remember about that day and comparing the feelings to what y'all were feeling in the locker room after that defense?
We made a complete 180 from that time. Coach, obviously, he doesn't like to talk about it. He doesn't want to mention it. He doesn't even want to consider the fact that we were in that bowl. But for the fact, it's just like we turned this around. We finally got that second chance. We're going against South Carolina in the same stadium underneath the same alias of Duke's Mayo, and it's going against the same team. Not many chances we get a second opportunity. So just to have the second opportunity and own it and to get the dub at the end of the day, it's a very special thing. And now we can put the past behind us.